Hey everyone, welcome to our channel. If you're new here today, we're diving deep into the detailed process of growing chili peppers and turning them into hot sauce. From a tiny seed in the ground to that spicy bottle on your table. This is a journey that involves multiple steps: preparing the soil, planting seeds, nurturing the plants, harvesting the peppers, and processing them in a factory. If you're curious about how chili peppers are cultivated and transformed into hot sauce, stick with us until the end. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay updated with our latest videos. Let's get started. Preparing the soil for chili peppers. The process of growing chili peppers begins with soil preparation, a critical step to ensure healthy plant growth. The soil needs to be loose, nutrient-rich, and well-draining, as chili peppers don't tolerate waterlogged roots. Farmers typically mix in organic compost, like well-rotted manure, or chemical fertilizers containing nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium to enrich the soil. Nitrogen promotes leaf growth, phosphorus strengthens roots, and potassium aids in flowering and fruit production. They use tractors or hoes to till the soil, breaking up clumps and creating a fine, even layer about 8 to 12 inches deep. Afterward, the soil's pH is tested. Chili peppers thrive in a pH range of 6.0 to 6.8, and lime is added if necessary to adjust the acidity. Planting chili pepper seeds in a greenhouse. Chili pepper seeds aren't planted directly in the field. They start their journey in a greenhouse for better control over growing conditions. Farmers use plastic trays or small pots filled with a lightweight soil mix, typically a blend of soil, sawdust, or coconut coir, to retain moisture and provide space for root development. Each tray can hold 50 to 100 seeds depending on its size. The greenhouse is kept at a steady temperature of 77 to 86 degrees Fahrenheit, with humidity levels between 70 to 80%, and light is provided by sunlight or specialized LED grow lights if natural light is insufficient. After 5 to 10 days, the seeds germinate, sprouting small green shoots with their first 2 cotyledon leaves. Over the next 2 to 3 weeks, these seedlings are carefully tended, watered with a fine mist to avoid damaging their delicate roots, and fed with a diluted nitrogen-rich fertilizer or soluble organic nutrients to encourage strong root and leaf growth. When the seedlings reach about 3 to 4 inches tall with 4 to 6 true leaves, they're robust enough to be transplanted to the field. Transplanting seedlings to the field. Before transplanting, the seedlings need to acclimate to outdoor conditions to prevent shock from heat or wind. Farmers take the trays outside, starting with 1 to 2 hours of exposure each day and gradually increasing the time over 7 to 10 days. This hardening off process helps the plants adjust to direct sunlight, wind, and temperature fluctuations. Once ready, it's time to transplant. In small farms, farmers dig holes about 2 to 3 inches deep by hand or with a small trowel, placing each seedling into the soil and covering the roots, spacing them 12 to 20 inches apart to allow room for growth and sunlight exposure. In larger farms, mechanical planters are used, capable of transplanting hundreds of seedlings per hour with precision, ensuring the roots remain intact. After transplanting, the seedlings are thoroughly watered to help the roots settle into the soil. For taller varieties or in windy areas, farmers insert stakes, typically bamboo or plastic, about 20 inches tall, and tie the plants with soft string to prevent them from toppling over. Caring for chili pepper plants in the field. Caring for chili peppers requires consistent attention and technical know-how. Watering is done through drip irrigation systems or handheld sprinklers, maintaining soil moisture at around 60 to 70% of its maximum capacity, but avoiding overwatering to prevent root rot. The amount of water is adjusted based on the weather. In dry seasons, fields are watered 1 to 2 times daily, using about 5 to 8 gallons per 100 square yards. In rainy seasons, watering is reduced or stopped if the soil is sufficiently moist. Every 2 to 3 weeks, farmers apply fertilizer to provide essential nutrients. Early on, they use nitrogen-heavy fertilizers like urea or NPK 20-20-10 to boost leaf and stem growth. Once the plants start flowering, they switch to fertilizers higher in potassium and phosphorus, such as NPK 15-15-30 to support flower and fruit development. Fertilizer is either spread around the base of the plants about 4 inches from the stem or dissolved in water for direct application. Pests and diseases pose significant challenges. Pests like aphids, spider mites, fruit borers, and whiteflies often attack the leaves and fruit, reducing yields. Farmers use neem oil, biological pesticides, or insecticidal soap to manage them, spraying every 7 to 10 days if infestations are severe. They also release beneficial insects like ladybugs or lacewings to eat aphids and control pests naturally. Fungal diseases such as powdery mildew, root rot, or leaf spot can occur in humid conditions. To prevent these, farmers keep the rows clear of weeds and fallen leaves, ensuring good airflow, and apply fungicides like Ridamil or Diconal when necessary. After 60 to 90 days of care, depending on the chili variety and weather conditions, the plants begin to flower and produce fruit, with green peppers gradually ripening into their final colors. Harvesting chili peppers. Harvest time arrives about 2 to 3 months after transplanting, when the chili peppers ripen and turn red, yellow, orange, or purple depending on the variety. In small farms, workers harvest by hand, using scissors or their fingers to snap off ripe peppers, selecting those with uniform color and size while leaving green ones to ripen for later picks. This process can span several weeks, with harvests occurring every 7 to 10 days based on the plant's productivity. In larger farms, mechanical harvesters are used, equipped with robotic arms that gently pick the peppers and transfer them to conveyor belts, preserving the plants for additional harvests. After picking, the peppers are carefully sorted. Unripe, pest-damaged, or cracked peppers are discarded, and only high-quality ones, plump, evenly colored, and blemish-free, are kept for hot sauce production. If you found this process of growing and harvesting chili peppers interesting, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay updated with our next videos. Now, let's move on to an equally important part: how these peppers are turned into hot sauce at the factory. Washing and sorting peppers at the factory. When the chili peppers arrive at the factory, they're processed immediately to maintain freshness. First, they're washed under high-pressure water in large tanks to remove dirt, insects, and debris from the fields. Next, they undergo a final sorting. In smaller factories, workers inspect the peppers by hand, discarding any that don't meet standards for size, color, or quality. In larger facilities, automated sorting machines with optical sensors are used, capable of processing thousands of peppers per hour based on color, size, and ripeness. Only the best peppers move on to the next step: grinding peppers and mixing ingredients. The peppers are fed into industrial grinders, large machines with stainless steel blades, to be ground into a fine paste known as chili mash. During this step, other ingredients are added to create the distinctive flavor of hot sauce. Fresh garlic is minced or pureed and added at a ratio of about 5 to 10% of the total weight, depending on the recipe. Food-grade vinegar, typically rice or white vinegar, is mixed in at 20 to 30% to add tanginess and aid preservation. Sugar, often white sugar or corn syrup, makes up 10 to 15% to balance the heat and enhance texture. Salt, at about 2 to 5%, is included to boost flavor and inhibit bacterial growth. All ingredients are blended thoroughly in the grinder to form a uniform mixture. Cooking the hot sauce mixture. The chili mixture is then transferred to large stainless steel cooking vats, ranging from hundreds to thousands of gallons in capacity. It's heated to 158 to 176 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 to 30 minutes, depending on the recipe. This temperature blends the ingredients, kills bacteria, and extends shelf life without destroying the pepper's natural flavor. The mixture is stirred continuously with mechanical paddles to prevent burning at the bottom. Once cooked, it's cooled naturally or with a cooling system to prepare for filtering. Bottling the hot sauce. Once cooled, the hot sauce is moved to an automated bottling line. It's filled into sterilized glass or plastic bottles, sanitized with steam or food-safe chemicals. Bottling machines, capable of handling 50 to 200 bottles per minute, fill the sauce to a set level and seal it with plastic or metal caps. either screw-on or pop-top, depending on the design. That's the entire process of growing chili peppers and producing hot sauce, a journey requiring months of coordination between farmers and factories. Chili peppers originated in the Americas, cultivated by indigenous peoples thousands of years ago. In the 15th century, Christopher Columbus brought them to Europe, and they spread worldwide via trade routes. Today, they're grown in countries like India, China, Mexico, Thailand, and Vietnam, with hundreds of varieties ranging from mild bell peppers to the fiery Carolina Reaper. In cuisine, chili peppers are everywhere. Salsa in Mexico, curry in India, stir-fries in Thailand, and pho or dipping sauces in Vietnam. Hot sauce is a popular way to preserve and use peppers, adding a convenient kick to countless dishes. Thanks for watching this video. If you found this deep dive into growing chili peppers and making hot sauce helpful, please give us a thumbs up to support the channel. Don't forget to hit subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our next videos. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below. What do you use hot sauce with? Have you ever tried growing chili peppers or making your own hot sauce at home? Share your thoughts with us. See you in the next video.